just like the sky. Yes, I'm lost, will you shine tonight? I know that I need her. Can you change her heart? Can you change her mind? Can you move for me like you move the tide? Can you change the stars? Can you make it right? I know that I need her. Black sky, I'll wait for you to rise. Red moon and a falling star. Can you show me how? Show me how to touch her heart. Change her heart? Can you change her mind? Can you move a dream like you move the tide? Can you move for me like you move the tide? I know that I need her. I know that I need her.
Better get your tissues.
We got back, it's not the same, and I'm afraid to say it out loud. Then you replied, could have done something. You've got some nerve asking me now. Though I'm in love with it, I will amputate. I care enough not to keep you around. Is it rough for you? I can't bear the way you look at me when I let you down. Tell me, is this how it goes when you let someone know that they gave it their best, but you still gotta roll? Remember I told you we would be closer. We took some time further apart. Didn't it make you better? Aren't we better?
Hello! Hello. What is up, guys, gals, other pals? How are we doing today? David, congrats on first, and Gopal is here for his $25. Yeah, that's usually why Gopal comes in. He says, give me my freaking money! Gopal. Hello. If you're new here, this is a safe, reflective space where we talk about mental health, life, and figuring it all out together. Tonight we're doing our group huddle up, our question of the day, and having an honest conversation about feelings during the new year. And finally, we're going to be choosing a winner for the $25 Amazon card giveaway. All you have to be doing for that is following, and then you have to do the little enter command. Yeah, always welcome to participate in discussion if you'd like, react, or just kind of like lurk, whatever you like. It's all good. I just appreciate whoever comes in, whoever stops by, whoever is chilling in the chat. Yeah, if you'd like to join in, you can join at any time, or you can answer the question of the day using the qotd command. All right. How are we doing today, folks? How is life going? Oh, damn it, I forgot to post on Instagram the story. I'm trying to remember to post on Instagram and say that I'm live. Because you're supposed to do that. Supposed to, quote unquote. I think most people who join aren't coming from Instagram though anyway, so it shouldn't be too much of a deal. But when I am posting more on Instagram, it might be more of a big deal, you know? Let me turn the music down a little bit more. Nice. Sorry, lurking without audio at the moment? Oh, you're good. Still working from home, huh? I just had to hit the first. Yeah, hell yeah. It's funny because Gopal didn't even get the first. You got the first. But yeah, you don't have... If you're lurking, that's all chill. All chill. Oh my god, Nia? What the hell? Hey, Nia. How are you? I am back. How have you been? What the hell? It's been so long. How are you doing? I thought you were just off, like off Twitch. I was like, man, she must not... When did I come back? Like October? So it's been like 2 months. Ah, I missed you too, Nia. Yeah, I think my first day back was October 20th. I think was the day I came back. So it's been like a little over 2 months. It's been like 2 months and some change. I even asked Gopal about you a few months ago. Damn. That's crazy. I didn't realize you and Gopal still talked that much. I didn't know that. How have you been? Tell me, any big news, Nia? Since the last time I saw you? Oh my god, Maze? Maze, how are you? Oh my goodness, it's Maze's birthday today. It is you, hi Maze. Oh my goodness, guys, Maze? Everyone welcome Maze to the chat, please, please. Maze is from my favorite DBD, Bangy Wave. Maze is from my favorite DBD streamers chat, and she's just a pleasure. She's a pleasure. Yeah, but it's Maze's birthday today. Everyone tell Maze happy birthday. How are you doing, Maze? Did you do anything fun? Did you do anything fun today? Any big plans? I'm so blessed that you came to my stream on your birthday. That's so crazy. I hope you're having a great day. Oh my gosh, wait, Maze, you should enter the giveaway that we're doing. You can do it by typing enter, the command enter, and I hope you win. That's the command. Oh shit, wait, I just entered. Fuck. Awkward. Well, hope I don't win. Gopal, you're already in it, silly Billy. That's all you're doing, really? Sounds like a good time to me, sheesh. Hell yeah, boom, 1 entry from Maze. Yeah. Wait, Nia, you should also enter. Because you're not in it either. Yes, that's my friend we met in person. Wait, I forgot you and Gopal met in person. That's crazy. Maze, I feel like I haven't seen you play DBD. Like, I know you play, but I feel like I haven't seen you play. Or at least or do you play with Shmoo on stream? Usually I just have like Shmoo up in the background while I'm doing things. But yeah, Maze is from my favorite DBD streamer's stream, Chad. Schmoogaze, who's been in here a couple times. We've rated her a couple times too. Love to Shmoo and her dog Ginger. Ooh, gotta love them. The people in that chat are just so friendly too. I feel like a lot of times I don't really connect with people in other chats because it's like online, you know, it's hard to, I feel like it's hard to connect with people through chat, but for some reason that group of people is just so nice and friendly and supportive. I feel like it was really easy to just like kind of slide right in there. Everyone's so nice in there. BRB, I randomly got on to watch my partner's stream. Oh shit, is that Nick? Nick, is he still streaming? Help him set up, but I saw you on. Started a couples count for a while, then dropped off. Okay, yeah, because I remember back in the day, I thought you started a stream called Nick and Nia. That's why I remembered the name Nick. Anyways, yeah. I don't want to, if you're doing your thing, I'm not going to keep asking you questions, but you'll have to give me more context later. Sounds like a W birthday maze. I love DVD. I'm such a little slut for DVD. What's good, Dave? Dave Riv? How you doing, Dave? I'm doing great. Feeling good today. We got some good stuff. We're announcing the giveaway winner. Wait, shit. Remind me? Oh, wait. Okay, never mind. Don't remind me. I just missed something. We're good. Hasn't been the best, but I'm trying to have a good day. No. Oh my god, wait. I hope we can make it better. I hope we can make it better. We're talking about feelings today on stream, so I know you're doing DVD and stuff. You can just listen if you want, or you can participate. It's up to you. However you're comfortable, but we on this stream we talk about mental health on Mondays. It's called Menti B Monday. Menti B Monday. We just talk about feelings and stuff, and so today we're talking about feelings in the new year. Yeah, and a lot of times during the new year there's like a lot of mixed emotions, you know. So we're just gonna be talking about that. So if you're around still, not doing birthday things, we can talk about some of the stuff you're feeling, and maybe it'll make you feel a little bit better. At least I hope so. Either way, you deserve to have a good birthday, whatever's going on. You deserve to have a good one, because I know you're a good person. You're nice to people. There's anyone who can make it better, it's Del. Sheesh, Gopal, don't make me blush, my boy. Don't make me blush. I like DVD, but I'm not good. Gopal, you're good. Stop downplaying yourself. You adapted Billy first try, which is crazy. I don't think I could do that. I feel like it would take me like 10 games to adapt Billy. Billy is just, I cannot control Billy. Same with Bubba. Dude, I just hit everything, I swear. Your boyfriend forgot your birthday? Brother. I'm really sad about it. He hasn't told you happy birthday yet. And the day is almost over. Holy shit. What I'm hoping... First of all, I'm really sorry to hear that. But what I'm hoping is that maybe... I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt here. Giving him the benefit of the doubt. I'm hoping that maybe he just, like... is gonna surprise you with something later and is like acting like he forgot, because I know sometimes that happens, but god, I hope it's not the case that he actually forgot. Oh my god, I feel so bad. No. You think he completely forgot? That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. I'm hoping for you that that is not the case, that he just completely forgot. But geez, if he did, I'm really sorry, because man, I know this, I don't know, is anyone else like this? I get upset, like, for I know for a lot of people, birthdays are just like whatever, like they don't care about birthdays. On their birthdays, they just kind of like go to a dinner or something. You don't have to do much, or you know, that sort of thing. But for me, it's like really important for people to remember my birthday and whatnot. And if people like don't remember it, like I'm okay with it. I won't like hold it against them, but I'll also be like, man, but like I remember your birthday because like you're important to me, you know. I love birthdays for myself, and that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I like celebrating people. I like make it a point to remember other people's birthdays that they're like important to me. I have all of them written down. I have all of the birthdays written down. And I also try to remind other people if they forget. It's my first birthday with him. No. Like since we got together, so I'd assume he'd remember. My brother, what are you doing? Dang. Yeah. Guess I'm not that important to Dale. You know what wait, Dave. Actually, Dave, here's the thing, Dave. I have a birthday section in my Discord. Have you registered in it? Because then I would have it. Let's find out. Now I'm gonna call you out if it's not in there. SMH, Dave. I'm not seeing it. I'm seeing a lot of people. Not seeing you. SMH. Yeah, Dave's here too. Nia's here as well. She's alive. She's alive. KK's here too. Wait, the gang is pulling up today. What the heck? Bring us all back to Twitch. So have you like Nia, I asked you this before like just a second ago, but have you been like kinda AFK from Twitch and you're just coming back because you're helping your partner, or what? The universe said yes, kind of. Okay. Yeah, because I was like, man, because I was thinking about it, I was like, I think Nia's the only one who like hasn't popped back. Actually, no, I don't think Josh has popped back in either. Is there anyone else who hasn't popped back in? I remember Faye popped in for like one stream and then I never saw her again, so I hope she's doing okay. Yeah, we couple streamed for a few months last year and then dropped off. Yeah, okay. So kind of, but not really. That makes sense. That makes sense. Oh, hell yeah. Are you kidding me? An extra follow? I'll take what I can get. At this point? Shit. But before there, I was gone. Okay, gotcha. Well, Nia, the stream is a little bit different now since you haven't been around, so I'll give you the rundown. So I've since I've gotten back, I've kind of like transitioned from. Before it was like mostly entertainment, but we were trying to just raise money for charity at the same time. Now it's no longer like we're doing just charity stuff. We still do some charity stuff. Like we raised money for the Trevor Project for Christmas, one stream. So we still do a little bit, but now we're not doing like all charity stuff, and it's mostly like mental health focused. So every Monday is MenTB Monday, and we talk about, I do like a lot of prep to talk about a specific topic. And like today, for example, we're talking about New Year's, and I had a lot of feelings about New Year's. Last week we talked about New Year's resolutions, and how to like set healthy resolutions. And then I set some for myself, and some other people like set theirs and whatever. But yeah, after that I had some feelings, some not so fun feelings about New Year's. And so I wanted to talk about New Year's today, and see how you guys are doing with your feelings around New Year's, and if it's like consistent with one, like years prior. Is it the same as before? Like, is this usually what happens? And then two, is it consistent with what you thought like last week, how you'd be doing, right? What the? Hold on. It's like, I literally just said like Josh is like one of the people that hasn't come back yet, and there he is. What the hell? Did one of you message Josh? Be honest, how are you, Josh? How are you doing, Josh? It's so good to see you. Wait, actually the whole gang pulled up. Like, actually the whole gang. That's crazy. That's crazy. This is insane. It feels like the good old days, baby. It feels like the good old days. You left a hole on our hearts? Bro, that hurts my soul. Hurts my soul. Lots of old folks up in here. Oh wait, one of the people hasn't come back. Reading that message, Danny hasn't come back. Need Danny to come back in here one of these days. It's crazy because one of mine is to be a better friend, and reaching out to the gang is on my list, and now we are here. Sheesh. Yeah, let's talk about goals and stuff too. Okay, you have returned. Okay, perfect. Maze, who do you play in DVD? Do you have any like P100s, or do you have any like mains? Are you a survivor main? Killer main? What are you? New Year's is going to be focused around being a new dad. What the hell? Can I call you daddy? Can I call you daddy? Am I able to call you daddy now? Daddy Josh? Rude, Dave, rude. What did Dave say? Did I miss something? Lots of old folks, I get it. Old, like we're old, we're unks now, unks and aunties. Do you guys say aunt or aunt? It's a critical question. Main my king ace. Oh, you're an ace? I know you're cracked at DBD. I know you're cracked at DBD, Maze. Oh my god, what? Maze, thank you for the sub. What the heck? You didn't have to do that. It's so nice of you. Wow, I can't believe you just came in here and dropped a sub just like that on your birthday? Dude, I swear, I want to just I want to just give Maze the $25 gift card. Like, I wish I could just do that and not do the random pick. You also made Laura? Oh my god. I know you're cracked. You're part of a gang now? Wait, you're part of a gang, like a Are you like pro DBD now? Are you one of the pro players? He's already won? Wait, the boys won? Did I miss Josh's message? Oh, I did. You can always call me daddy. Hell yeah. Daddy Josh. But yeah, dude, I have a one-year-old son. My god. That's crazy. You sub because you're part of the gang? Sheesh. What the? And Marky too. Oh, holy moly. Dude, I haven't seen Marky in a while. Love to see you back streaming. Dude, I love to see you in general. How have you been, Marky? Daddy Marky as well. Daddy Marky meet Daddy Josh. How have you been? What have you been up to, Marky? How's the new year treating you? Wow, this is crazy. Can't believe this. Thanks for the primer. Thanks for the Daddy Bezos buckaroos. Appreciate you, Marky. Wow, this is wild. Alright guys, so, plan today, I'll go over it one more time here. We're going to do our usual question of the day. We're going to do our group huddle up, our Pengy huddle up. See how we're doing, do a little check-in. We're going to be talking about having a sort of like honest conversation about the new year. Oh my god, another subber? What's going on? Wait, is this a hype train? What the heck? We're hype training, baby! Subs! Woo! What the? Take my Bezos buckaroos. Thank you. Holy moly, thank you, Josh. This is insane. This is also new. You guys, do you guys remember? Before I used to not have subs. Like, you couldn't sub before. But this is actually a new thing. Because I didn't want people to watch ads, and I also didn't want people to think that, when they were giving me sub money, that it was going to charity, because Twitch takes half of it, so I just didn't, I made it so that you could not sub, even though I was able to. Yeah. Hey, yo! Nick J in the chat? Oh my goodness. So many people are in here today. This is crazy. How are you doing, Nick? I heard you're on your Valorant arc, Nick. How's that going? Oh. New Year's been fun. Hope your 2026 is awesome. It's going well so far. I mean, we're 5 days in. It's going pretty good. It's going pretty good. Yeah, I mean, we're going to be talking about it in a little bit here. But, yeah. How can I enter a giveaway to make Dale watch a YouTube vid? Wait, what? What you... Oh, I know what you want. I know what you want. Marky's been following for 4 years, 26... Has it been 4 years? What the hell? Bro, it's been so long. I streamed for, like, not even a year of that, too. Oh, boy. Crazy. A true OG, actually. I actually met Marky. Actually, can we shout out Marky? I'm so not good at shouting people out. How do I use the command shout out? Oh wait, I'm so good at this. Hold on. Yeah, go follow Marky, guys. Marky streams. He's awesome. Very chill vibes. Has a few kiddos. Lives, I believe, still in. Is it it's that island off of Australia, isn't it? But yeah, he's awesome. But yeah, I met him because when I first started streaming, I was trying to figure out how to stream, and so I was watching this guy, in a different stream's chat, and I don't know how we connected, but we were just like both in the chat, and somehow we started talking and we just follow each other. Moved to the mainland now. Hell yeah, dude. How do you like the mainland? LJ. Yeah, it's LJ. That was the guy we were watching. Crazy. Valorant is tough. Pretty much got carried. All about that TFT lately. What the hell, dude? I asked Holly. I was like, hey, man. I saw you've been playing with Nick. And she was like, yeah, he's on his Valorant arc. I was like, that's crazy. You ripped him away from TFT. That doesn't even compute. Doesn't even compute with me. Because I thought he was the TFT man. TFT's vibes. I heard the new set is crazy good. Alright. So, guys. I'm going to do a little recap of last stream just so that everyone's kind of caught up on what we're doing. It won't take long. It'll take like a minute maybe. And then we're gonna get into the question of the day. And so oh nice, Josh entered. Nice. So as you guys remember, we always have a question of the day. This one's a bit longer than usual, but as I'm yapping, it will give you guys a chance to kind of look at it and think of what you want to say. If you'd like to respond, you don't have to, of course. You can just kind of listen to me yap if you want. But yeah, so last stream we did, so last stream was a co-working stream. And it was our second time doing the co-working stream, where we basically just kind of try to be productive together. It's quiet, just hold each other accountable. So what I was doing was planning out mostly streaming stuff for the next couple of months on like a digital planner. And it was really nice. It was really nice. And I think it was actually so nice that I think I'm actually going to start doing co-working streams regularly. But not on Saturdays, because I feel like if any day of the week should be a working week, like a working stream day, it should not be a Saturday. I feel like that's as a matter of fact, the only day it should not be a working day. You know what I mean? So I think I'm gonna have another stream day, a Thursday, and we're gonna do a co-working stream on Thursdays starting next month. And that'll be at 12 p.m. my time, so I think most of you live US West, so that'll be like 9 a.m. your time. So yeah, gonna start doing co-working streams in the middle of the week, because I really enjoy those. They're like quiet, it's very relaxing to me. Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna start doing that next month, most likely, and still do the like game Saturday, the DBD on Saturday. We'll probably start venturing into other games as well that are like easier for me to talk and yap, because I like talking and yapping. And I feel like DBD sometimes requires a lot of concentration, especially if you're playing killer, you know? So yeah, that was last stream. On Monday, last Mentee Be Monday, we talked about New Year's resolutions. And so like the three big takeaways from last stream were that we need to make our goals smaller, right? So one thing that I used to do a lot is have like every New Year's I'd be like, oh my god, I'm gonna be so much different this year. I'm gonna be amazing, baby. I'm gonna do 10 things. I'm gonna eat right. I'm gonna exercise. I'm gonna be going to the gym. I'm gonna be ripped by summer, baby. And then I'm also gonna travel. I'm gonna move to a new city. I'm gonna get a promotion at work. You know, and then I would have like 3 other things on top of that, right? So I would do, that would be the start of my year every year. And then like a month in I would fizzle out, right? So anyone relate to that, by the way? But yeah. So last Mentee Be Monday, we talked about making our goals smaller, because it's always better to underperform at something than to overperform for a month and then burn out. If you underperform, but underperform consistently, at least you're still performing. You know what I mean? So one thing we were talking about with that was cut your goals in half, cut them in half again, start there. And to think of the end of the year as more of like a checkpoint, like a reminder that time is passing, to check where you're at, kind of see what's going on in your life. How are you doing? With as little judgment as possible. And then to remember that goals are also kind of bullshit. Like, because goals have endpoints. And with like most important things in life, they don't really have an endpoint, right? It's more about the direction you're going. So your quote-unquote goals should really be things like, who do you want to be? Like, what direction do you want to take in your life, you know? Those were kind of like the 3 things that we talked about last time. Ooh, wow, Josh, nice. Plan to be debt-free, good father, losing 50 pounds. Whew. Hey, that's a lot of stuff. If you get that all done in a year, that's impressive. I mean, even just one of those is impressive. Sounds like fun, hell yeah. Yes, on DBD, I cannot hold a conversation. That's what I'm saying. I'm the type of person who, I can only focus on one thing at a time. I can only focus on one thing at a time. So, like, if I'm playing DBD, I might be able to like narrate what I'm saying because I'm doing the thing, but I'm not able to be like playing DBD, look over at chat, see what someone else wrote, respond to it, and then like keep playing DBD like to a reasonable level. So yeah, we might try some other games where I can just like literally look away from the game, not focus on the game, respond, and then look back. I used to do that more often with like I used to play like Slay the Spire, which is a card game. And so I could just like think for a bit, not focus on that, look over somewhere else. Ooh, I heard a penguin toot. Who was it? Who followed? Laughing Storm. Hey, thank you for the follow. Laughing Storm. It's great to have you here. Today we're talking about the new year. We're also doing a giveaway. If you're interested in entering the giveaway for a $25 Amazon gift card, which we'll be doing at the end of stream today. That was Nick. Oh, hell yeah. Thanks for coming here, Nick. was that you on Nick's account, or was that the actual Nick? Am I talking to Nick, or am I talking to Nia too? Just send him up to stream. Hell yeah, dude. I hope. Okay, nice. Well, I hope Nick's stream goes well. Hope it goes well. If he is listening, tell him to enter the giveaway. You get double the entries that way. Hell yeah. Good advice. Hey, thanks. Appreciate it. Tried that yesterday. Slay the Spire is a vibe, dude. It's one of my favorite games of all time. Slay the Spire. I completed that game. Like, after I stopped streaming, I completed that game. Like, I unlocked all the characters, beat the game, and did all of the ascensions, because after you beat it once, you can ascend to make it more difficult, and do that 20 times on all of the characters. So I did that. After I did that, I was like, I still want to play more, and so I downloaded like a fan-made DLC and did the same thing on that. So I played a lot of Slay the Spire. Love that game. It's probably my favorite game. But I've also like played the shit out of it at this point, so I feel like there's not a whole lot left for me to do. Burb, no problem. My kids are about to start school. Holy shit, your kids are starting school? Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Like, last time I talked to you, you were like, I swear your kids were just like, they just popped out. They were fresh out. They were fresh out the womb, baby. They were still just crying. That was all they were doing. Now they're like gonna go write and read and shit. What up, Ashley? Yes, we're doing the giveaway today, announcing the winner. We're gonna do that at the end of stream. Oldest is like 4.5 years old, so sounds about right. Hell yeah. Wow. So wow, that's crazy. So I met you when your oldest, like literally when that just happened. Crazy, man. Crazy. Time really do be flying. All right, guys, let's get into the Pengy Huddle Up. Let's do a little huddle up. Check in. If you guys haven't been here for one of the huddle ups, you're about to find out how to do it. Oh, there we go. Now I'm in the middle. All right. So every Mentee Bee Monday, we do a little Pengy Huddle Up. We check in with each other, see how we're doing. So on a scale of 1 to 5, you give yourself a rating. 1 is this is the worst day you've ever had. It could not get any worse. It's a shit day. 5 is this is the best day you've ever had in your life. You could not imagine doing something that would make it better. And 3 is like, okay, it's an average day. This is like what I expect in a day. It's one of my days. It is a day of all the days. Okay? So scale of 1 to 5, where are you at? I'd say today for me, I'm at a 3.5. A little bit better than normal. That's how I'm feeling. Had some family drama happen past couple days. Not big stuff, but enough to stressed me out quite a bit. But then I got it resolved today. So that was relieving, but still have some like residual feelings and effects from that. So I'm at a 3.5. Say 4, I'm already sick of the New Year's resolution crowd at the gym. Oh boy, has it been bad? Can't remember. Dave, do you live in a populated area? I remember you moved. Didn't you move to the west somewhere? Can't remember. But yeah, if I lived in a populated area, that would suck. Because, oh man, my gym is so small. Horrible. No. It's okay. Usually it dies by the end of the month. as we know from last MenTV Monday. On the East Coast. Okay, pretty populated. Okay. Yeah, see, my town is so small that, like, I am the only one in the gym every time I go, pretty much. Usually it's me and, like, 2 other people. I shouldn't say just me, but it's usually, like, me, maybe 2 other people, or I'm by myself. Don't want to dox yourself? Yeah, you're good. Yeah. So yeah, I'm at a 3.5. I'm at a 3.5 today. All right. I put it. Why did I have a timer up here? I think this is for the question of the day. So for the question of the day, guys, let's do that really quick. Question of the day. The new year has started. How are you actually feeling now that the new year has started? Is it how you imagined the new year would be going before it started? Does that make sense? So how do you feel now that we're a few days into the new year? And is this how you imagined it would be going for you, like on December 31st? Or before the new year actually hit? Is this how you imagined it'd be going? I'm going to give us a couple minutes to answer that. Start the timer up there. If you'd like to, you can answer it. If you don't want to, that's also fine. I'm going to answer it myself once the timer goes out. You guys ever run out of cups and you start using mugs as your like normal cups like this? You would think I'd be drinking a nice cup of joe, maybe a nice tea. That is not what's in here. There is chocolate almond milk in this because I don't have any clean cups right now. Still feeling pretty solid. Nice. Didn't have crazy high expectations, so I'm still waiting to see how it goes. Lol. All right. That's fair. We're going to talk about that today and expectations, because a lot of times I do the same thing. Yeah, I'm excited to talk about that in a little bit. You're at a 3. Nice. Average day for you. Hell yeah. I'll take an average day. I'll take an average day. Sitting at a 3 because I have had no sleep pretty much. Yeah. That sucks. My sleep schedule's been a little bit weird. Is it why do you think you haven't been getting good sleep? Do you know? Or is it just like it's just whatever. Like I try to go to sleep and it just doesn't happen. I have those days too. All right. We gave it a couple minutes. Nice. All right. So if you guys are still thinking about your answer to the question of the day, you can respond, or you can just listen to me yap and respond myself. Being a parent and sleep are like oil and water. Yeah, okay. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I feel like you haven't really had a break too. You have, is it 3 kids? How many kids do you have at this point? Is it 3? I think it's 3. Is it 4? I think it's more than 2. That's all I know. More than 2, right? Let's put some more relaxing music on. What do we want to listen to? Should we just do the classic, like, Game Chops? Let's do the classic Game Chops. Game Chops. I do like Game Chops music. What do we want to listen to today, guys? Island broadcasts? That sounds nice. Sorry if you guys heard me burp just now. Let's do Zelda and Sleep. That was way louder than I thought it was going to be, sorry. How's that? Is that too loud? Oh, you have 2. Okay. Okay. I'm the 3rd according to Annalise. Damn. That's pretty brutal. But I'm sure she says that lovingly. I'm sure she says it lovingly. I'm feeling good. I'm down 10 pounds? What? In the new year? 10 pounds. Made a vision board and goals list? Wait, do you mind sharing it? I love vision boards. And goals lists are fun too, but vision boards just like look nice. If you don't mind sharing it, I'd love to see it, but you don't have to, of course. Hell yeah. Okay, so I'll answer the question of the day myself. So yeah, I mean, this is what kind of spurred the discussion for today's stream and like why I wanted to talk about it. But yeah, so yes and no. I feel like typically when the new year hits, like I said, I have a bunch of goals, like way too many goals, because a bunch of different reasons we'll get into. But this year I realized that I shouldn't be doing that, right? As well as last year. I didn't do it last year either. But so I made my goals a lot smaller, did what we discussed, which is cut the goals in half, cut them in half again, and start there. I posted some of them in the Discord. So if you guys haven't seen it real quick, I'll just read it off to you so you don't have to go look. But yeah, so I made some stream goals and then I made a single resolution for the year. So my resolution for this year is kind of similar to what we did with our first Menti B experiment, our first month back streaming. So I said I want to be more in tune with my core values, be more intentional with them. And so my core values, I have 5 of them. The first one is loyalty, second one's compassion, third one is conviction, 4 is integrity and authenticity. So I want to actively be working on those throughout the year instead of just like having them in my brain, like tangentially just letting them be there and knowing that I have them, you know? I want to actively think about them each day and work on them. So that's my resolution. Then I also had some stream goals. So I had 5 stream goals as well. And they're smaller than I would like to put down. So I put consistent twice a week streams, authenticity, so just sticking to my values and making content that is around that instead of like, what should I be doing to get more followers or like get more people to watch or something like that. Post 3 clips a week on social media, make my own sub emotes, which I'm really excited to do. We're gonna try and make our first one next month. And then also find more mental health creators, because I feel like there's probably more out there than I have seen, but I'm not seeing them. Posted in Menti B? Hell yeah. Okay, I'll take a look at that. I actually am too excited. I'm gonna take a look right now. Oh shit. 2026 vision board. Do you mind if I pull it up on stream? If not, I'll just leave it in there. Okay. So yeah, it's similar to the extent that like before I imagined that I would have these goals, something like this, but I also imagined that I would have like this short burst of motivation, because every year in the new year I have this burst of motivation, right? Which I feel like a lot of people feel that it's the new year, they have these goals, maybe they start doing like a planner, they're like writing things down, they're checking things off lists, they're making new routines, whatever it is. A lot of people tend to have like this burst of motivation. Or even if people don't do resolutions, what ends up happening a lot of times is, you know, even if they don't do that, there's still like some layer of hope, like subconsciously, that they're thinking about, where they kind of feel more motivated in the new year. So I am feeling that now. So it is similar in that respect. So I am definitely more productive than I usually am. Like, I am doing a lot of things right now, but what's different for me this time is I'm mindful of that. I'm like realizing that this is probably gonna fizzle out. Like, this motivation, this like short burst of energy that I have is probably gonna fizzle out at some point, and I need to not be so hard on myself, like, if and when that happens. You know what I mean? Not at all. Proud of it. Hell yeah. Let me pull it up real quick. Oh, and your goals too. W. All right. Let me switch real quick. Oh. What the hell? Where's my capture? Let's do this. Nice. All right. Here it is. This is so cute. PhD diva. A PhD diva, if you will. Nice. Okay, so graduate. These are, I'm guessing, like, this is the graduation part of it. Travel over here. I see books. Books here. So is that like you want to read more, I'm assuming? Where do you want to travel to? You got ideas for traveling? 30. Oh shit. 30th birthday. Maybe is that coming up or already came up? Enough. You are enough. All right. So kind of like a bit of self-acceptance. I like that. And self-care. A little bit of vinyl action. You know I love that vinyl. A little bit of this. I wonder what this is. What is this? Are you writing something? Maybe journaling? Yummy food? You know I love yummy, a little yummy pretzi and croissanty action. A little charcuterie never does anyone any wrong. Love that. Hanging out with the homies, maybe? This is awesome. Enjoy this. Very nice. WKK. Let's see. Resolution and goals checklist. Sheesh. This is so nice. I love how you put this together. Okay, habits. 2-3 rule every day. I don't know what that is, but sounds cool. Be consistent. Call one friend a day. Wow, that's a fun goal, but I feel like for me that would be a lot. That would be a lot for me personally. I don't know if I'm social enough for that. How to style hair. Cool. Cool. I mean, there's a lot of ways you can style hair. You could go all day learn about how to style hair. Learn a new hobby. Okay. That's fun. Material things. Mindful wardrobe. Gradual upgrades for the home. Update work setup. Cool. Career and money goals. Keep working on that degree, baby. Save 1,500 by the end of summer. Nice. Open to new opportunities. Are you saving for something in particular, or you just want to save for the sake of saving? Mindful wardrobe, upgrades for the home. Hell yeah. Update work setup. Cool. Health resolutions, work out 3 times a week. Wow. Okay, this is a lot. Drop my pen that I was twirling around. I like to be doing something with my hands because I'm insane like that, but yeah, work out 3 times a week. Jeez, intentional meals. See, okay, this would be my list like last year, or not last year, but like a couple years ago. I'd have like 20 things. This is a lot of stuff, KK. Like a lot of stuff. And I mean, all power to you. If you can do this in a year, like, you're insane. But it is a lot of stuff. It's a lot. Just saw Daggle Smaggle. Daggle Smaggle, how are you, my daggly snaggly boy? How are you doing? Travel anywhere. 30 in July. Gonna be on a cruise for it. The bear is being more mindful with my time and studying. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, we had a goal / vision board night yesterday, so it made it easy, nice. 2 out of 3 rule is 2 out of the 3 things need to be done, like makeup, hair, or outfit. Oh man. Whew. Being a woman can be difficult. I read that and I'm like, I nail that one every day. I put on a, whatever, and I'm chilling. Never got to put on makeup. I'm always at a 2 out of 3 at least. One a nest egg. It's a good thing to have. Good, just got home from work. W Appy. How are you doing, Appy? Scale of 1 to 5. Now that you're back from work. With 1 being poo-poo dog shit and 5 being absolutely amazing. I feel like a lot is reminders to be kind to myself, and it's easy to fall into bad habits when I work from home. Oh, true. I know a lot of people struggle with that, including myself when I was working from home. Yeah, this is so much, KK. This is a lot. This is a lot of stuff. So if you think about it, from right now, like, let's say none of this is your baseline right now. Calling 1 friend a day, like, that's 1 new habit. Oh my god, I look like Casper right now. Learn a new hobby, like, that's another thing that you could be doing, like, daily, right? This is also a new thing you would be doing daily. Working on your degrees, you're already doing that. But yeah, I feel like this is so much stuff, KK. One thing we talked about last week, and again, this is entirely up to you. One thing we talked about last week is asking yourself, like, at the end of 2026, if you imagine yourself looking back, what would it take for you to be satisfied with 2026? And a lot of times I feel like when people answer that question, they are like, there's actually not that many things that they have to do. Oh wow, this is awesome. It's impressive for sure. I'm concerned for you because, I care about you. I'm concerned for you that this is a lot of things. We'll be talking about this, like, expectations and whatnot in a little bit. 2.2 out of 5. Tired and hungry. Ah. That makes sense. Just getting home from work. A little eepy, a little hungry. Makes sense. Now, let me switch back to the other screen. I feel like that screen is kind of odd for me now. Well, not this one, because this one is not working. That's the one. Hell yeah. All right. All right, so with that being said, that kind of like gives us a great segue into what we're talking about today. What we're talking about today, which is New Year's and feelings, expectations. So last week, again, we talked about resolutions, and it's funny because a lot of times I'll like know what the right thing to do is and like what logically you're supposed to do, the goal, how you're supposed to set goals, like expectation setting for yourself. I know all the right things to do, but it doesn't stop the emotional side of things, like those negative emotions from popping up, which is exactly what happened. So after stream last week, New Year's hit, and I still felt like some not so fun things, right? Yeah, still felt some not so fun things. And so some of the things that I think a lot of people feel around the new year is like disappointment in themselves because they're looking back and being like, oh man, like I should have done this, should have done that, could have done this, blah, blah, blah. Loneliness because it's around the holidays, so like that sense of loneliness gets like amplified, right? Jealousy, you know, you're on social media, you're scrolling through, you see like everyone's highlights of their year, and it's hard for humans like to conceptualize like time in that way, but it's because it's all right there, but this is over the course of a year, right? But you don't, it's hard to conceptualize that even knowing, right? And then there's also like hope as well. So it's like not all negative emotions, but there's also hope for the new year, right? But hope is dangerous, and we'll talk about why hope is dangerous in a little bit. But what I ended up doing is I fell into what I call the I should trap. I don't know if this is a thing or not, but it's something that my therapist pointed out to me a long time ago. So my therapist, one day as I'm talking, I started saying like, oh yeah, I should do that. Or like, oh yeah, like I really need to be doing this. Or, oh man, like I should have done this. And so my therapist pointed out to me, like, I'm saying should a lot. I'm saying I should do this or should do that. And so why is it a trap, right? You're basically like framing things in your head as things that you're expecting yourself to do or that you think should have been done already. All right. So you're not meeting expectations of yourself by using this like should terminology, you know? So yeah, my therapist kept pointing that out to me, and as I'm scrolling through like social media and whatnot, I see people with their yearly highlights. I'm like feeling a little bit jealous. I see people going to parties, and I'm like, oh man, I wish I was going to parties. Like that sounds sick, having like a little New Year's thing. I see people like traveling, and I was like, oh man, that's really cool. I wish I was traveling more. I see that people with like the loves of their lives, and I'm like, oh man, like I should have been dating this year. I should have tried harder on like dating apps. Should have tried to go out and meet more people, right? So in my head, I'm feeling guilty, disappointed in myself. I'm also like jealous of what I'm seeing as well. Even though I know that's not a healthy way to do things, right? Like logically, I know, emotionally, these things are still popping up, right? Everything you're saying, 1000% me. Okay, nice. I'm glad I have at least someone who relates. So much of it to me is daily stuff I'm just improving upon. Okay, so you're already doing some of these things, so it's not that overwhelming. It's also not a huge deal if I don't hit them all. Okay, so you kind of already have like a healthy mindset for it. Gotcha. Great, perfect. So yeah, it's kind of funny because like when I'm looking at these things and thinking of all these like I should, first of all, I don't even like going to parties. So like I'm looking at these people going to parties, and if I was that person, like I'm jealous of them going to these parties. But if I was that person, I would not be having a good time because I don't like being in those situations. So it's kind of like ironic, right? Like I'm jealous of something that I don't even enjoy. I feel like a lot of people could probably relate to that too, right? But also it's hard, like I said before, it's hard to look at like someone who's posted 10 pictures and realize these are 10 pictures of someone's entire year. Personally, I'm not the type of person who takes pictures of things and just like puts my life on social media. Ironically, I'm on Twitch right now. Besides the point. But I don't like take pictures of things I'm doing and like say, oh, I did this thing and then post it on Instagram, or I don't like go out with friends and then like take a picture of us doing something or like at a landmark. You know what I mean? I'm not the type of person to do that thing. So I can't go back and like look and find these highlights that other people do. I feel like a lot of people don't do that either. I don't like to think in the past. Interesting. What happened is done. Instead of saying I should have, I say I will do that and go for it. Ooh, nice. Nice. Yeah, I would say I don't like to think in the past. However, I do. As someone who is like chronically depressed, a lot of times I am living in the past. And so even though I don't want to be living in the past a lot of times, I will be thinking about the past and like kind of beating myself up, overthinking different things. And I'm getting better at it, but yeah. I do think that's a good way to do it, schmaggle daggle, is to kind of look in the future and be like, well, okay, that happened. Like, what can I just do differently now? It's a healthy way to go about it. Yeah, these are ideas and goals for New Year's that I think would make me healthier and mentally make me feel better on a more consistent basis. Nice. Nice. I take a lot of videos from me on Snap of my friends to remind me of the amazing year I've had. Yeah, see, that's not something I do. I don't do that. I think it's cool when people do it. It's just not something I do personally. It's easy to forget the good when the bad is so much harder. Yeah. Yeah, see, that's actually a good thing too that you're doing that, right? One thing I talked about last week too was it's difficult for me to recognize when I've achieved something. So like, for example, when I graduated college, I didn't recognize that as an achievement. I just kind of was like, in my head, I made the argument that like anyone could graduate college. I got a degree in communication. I was like, anyone could get a degree in communication. I was like, I'm privileged, so like I was able to go to college, right? So I wasn't thinking like, you know, I had to work on things for 4 years or had to be consistent for 4 years studying and doing different things. I didn't recognize any of that. I just thought, you know, anyone could do this if they have the means. So this is not like something worth celebrating. So that kind of like it bleeds over into a lot of other places in my life, right? So like for graduation, I just didn't go because I was like, who gives a fuck? That was my thought at the time. So I just didn't go to my graduation and I went straight to working. But yeah, I think it's cool when people like take a second to be like, oh, like today I hung out with my friend and that was like a cool thing. So like, let's take a picture so we remember this. I think that's cool. Back, Carrot had to poo. How was the poo? Do you give your dog a treat when you poo the dog? Do you give him a treat every time? Or are you one of the people that like you did give him a treat? Now you don't do it. Hey, mischievous bitch. Yo, that's a name. Really like that name, mischievous bitch. How are you doing? Mischievous bitch, welcome to the stream. If you haven't seen me before, we talk about mental health here. We talk about a specific issue each week on Monday. Today we're talking about New Year's feelings and stuff that's going on with all of us. So if you'd like to, you can. We also have a question of the day. Question of the day, which is related. If you want to answer it, you can. If you want to just lurk, that's also fine. We have a giveaway going on if you want to enter it. Def a name resonating hard with what you're saying. That's good to hear. That is so good to hear. Yeah. What part specifically are you relating to? I guess I should ask. What part specifically? Very solid poo. Nice. I'm glad to hear that her bowel movements are good. But now she's old and the poo is just expected. Yeah. That's how I should be, Dave. That's how I should. See, I used that word should. It's a naughty word. But that's how I should be with my dog. But I could not break myself out of the habit of giving my dog a treat. So yeah, my dog is almost 9 and I still give him a treat every time he goes outside to do fucking anything. Every time. Even if he goes out, just wanders around, doesn't even pee. Still give him a treat. Can't help myself. I feel too bad when he comes back in and just looks at me like, where's my treat, bro? I hate that I know how I should feel or what I should do, but I don't do them, and I'm not sure why. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying, Gopal. It's like, you know how you should feel logically, and you know what you should do, right? You should, but you don't do them. And again, that's like an emotional thing, right? It's like you know what you're supposed to do, you know how you're supposed to feel, but then you feel differently. You feel different things, whatever it is. And yeah, that's the struggle of being human, you know? Like, you can conceptualize it all perfectly, you can map it out, and then just like, you can write a whole plan to do a project, right? Write out this sick plan, awesome fucking plan, and have full intentions of following through, and then just don't do it. Never, you never look at the plan again. I can't tell you how many times I've done that. Plus, I let her get overweight, and the vet was mad. Fair enough. Fair enough. The mind is a powerful thing. It can just as much hinder you as it can push you. True. True. KK spitting right now. Alright, where was I? Yeah, okay, so I was talking about the I should trap, like the quote-unquote I should. So yeah, my therapist pointed this out to me, right? That I kept saying, like, I should do this, or I should have done that. And so that's what I was kind of doing at the and when the new year hit. I was saying things like, I should have done this last year. I should be doing this. Or I would be feeling like some sort of jealousy because I told myself last year that I was going to do this thing. Then I see someone else did the fucking thing. And so I get a little bit jealous, like looking at that sort of stuff, right? And so that's why I said earlier too, that hope is kind of dangerous. Like, hope is kind of dangerous, kind of a dangerous emotion when it comes to the new year. It's good and bad. And I'll say why it's bad first. So, actually, I'll say why it's good first, because that's easier. It's good because it's a good feeling to have hope, right? It's like, okay, I can be different. I can do things differently. Things can change, right? It's good in that sense. Great, amazing, love it, right? But it's bad in the sense that it creates an expectation. It creates expectations for you. And expectations can be good or bad as well. But a lot of times, especially when it's the new year, it's bad. Especially for someone like me. So for example, when I was growing up, I was fucking exceptional at everything I did. Like, literally everything when I was a kid. And I'm not saying that to be like, yeah, I was like, I'm so smart. No, this was when I was a kid, okay? When I was a kid and all we were doing was coloring inside the lines, I was a genius, all right? Now I'm just a dude, all right? But when I was a kid, I was an exceptional child. I was good at sports. I was a tall kid. So I was good at running. I was good at all the games we did. I was smart in terms of what we were doing in school at the time, which was coloring inside the lines, doing simple math, that sort of thing. And so as a kid, I was conditioned to believe that I was an exceptional person, that I was like extraordinary. I can do anything. I'm going to be president of the United States. I'm going to be an astronaut, baby. I'll be the head of NASA. All right. The problem when you're a kid like that and when you're conditioned to be that way is that it becomes part of your identity that you're this exceptional person, right? So you believe you're this exceptional person, and then so you create expectations based off of, and I'm talking from my own experience. I'm not saying everybody does this, but you create these expectations for a highly exceptional person when no one tells you, like, later on when you're not quite as exceptional, you're just like kind of okay at things, that things have changed, you know? So while I kept thinking, okay, I'm exceptional through middle school, high school, college, even after college, I had these high expectations. So every year I'd be like, okay, I'm going to do these like 20 things because that's what an exceptional person would do. That is someone who is highly capable can do. Was I a highly capable person? No, I was not highly capable, right? But that's not what I was thinking. I had tied exceptionalism to my identity, and then I was working from there and saying, okay, well, actually, no, I am highly capable, even if I'm not, because I'm exceptional. So I carried that over from when I was a kid. Anyways, that was a lot of lore, so I'm going to pause for a second, respond to some things. I just struggle with a lot of depression and anxiety. Same. I have major depressive disorder, and I have mild anxiety. So my anxiety is not quite as bad as a lot of people's, but I do have it just a little bit. I want to do so many things, but I can never get myself to do them. Yes, I feel like a lot of people struggle with that, including me. There are so many things that I look back on and regret not doing. Okay, interesting. So when you look back on 2025, is that what you're saying to yourself now? Like, man, I look back on 2025, I should have done this, I could have done this. Are like those the type of things that you're saying? Because I wonder if there are things that you could be saying that are, like, I mean, what's something you learned last year? Did you learn anything about yourself last year? I mean, that in itself is a win if you learn something. Did you, like, find people that, or associate yourself with anyone who supported you or made you feel good, or did you make someone feel good? There's a lot of questions I feel like people forget to ask themselves when they're like reflecting on the new year. A lot of times when people reflect, I feel like they reflect in the sense of, did I succeed or did I fail in multiple different things? And it's just binary, like I succeeded or I failed. And if you're like me, I mean, you have depression as well, as you're saying. So if you're like me, maybe you also have trouble seeing when you've achieved something. Like you just don't even recognize something as an achievement. And so when you look back, you don't see any successes and you just see what you could have done or what you didn't do. Like you just see the failures, you know? So maybe asking yourself some of those questions might make you realize like, oh, okay, well, actually maybe I wasn't as like much of a shithead as I thought I was, you know? Like, for example, I was trying to think of some of the questions that I was asking myself around the new year. So like, is there something you're proud of from last year? Like, can you think of one thing that you're proud of? I used to be very unhappy at New Year's and reflect on my year and be very mean to myself. Yeah. But one year I just decided to be nice, kind to yourself, nice. Like I would be to a friend who didn't hit all their goals and maybe didn't have the best year. Yeah. That's a powerful thing I learned. I didn't learn that myself. My therapist also pointed that out to me was, well, my therapist would ask, if this was a friend, what would you say to a friend who was like you know? Like, what advice would you give to a friend if they were in the same boat? Or if a friend did this to you, what would you think of them? So I kept getting questions like that, and I kind of pieced it together, you know? But yeah, it's the same thing where it's like, I look back and I think, okay, well, if this was a friend, I'd be like, yeah, that happens to everyone. Like of course you're not gonna do this consistently all the time. Like you're gonna mess up every now and then, as long as you like just keep doing the thing. or even if you're not doing the thing, like you stop doing whatever it is you're doing, you recognize it and move on and try again or don't try again, whatever, you know, whatever's best for you. Honestly, I look back on multiple different times in my life with regret. I definitely do believe that I had good moments, but they are very hard to take in and reflect. Interesting. You had good moments, but they're hard to take in. Why are the good moments hard to take in? I notice you say the good moments are hard to take in. Why are the good ways moment or the good ways? Why do the good ways moment? Why are the good moments hard to take in and reflect as opposed to the bad ones? Does that mean your bad ones are easier to take in? I'm proud of the way I've cared and been there for my family. See? That's awesome. But in that same vein, I feel like I could have and should have done so much more for them. Well, that's the thing too, is you can always do more for people, right? You can always do more. You can always say, yeah, I could have done more. But the important thing is that you were there for them, you know, and that you did what you could at the time. Because you can't just keep giving and giving and giving and giving and giving and giving at the same time. Like for me, for example, that's one of the things that I'm also proud of is caring for my family and being there for them, because I put a lot of pride in legitimately caring for the people that are close to me. And so that's like my family is obviously part of that, right? Could I do more for them? Like, could I help out more around the house? Could I make it so they have to do literally nothing? They can just like wake up and watch TV. You know, yeah, I could have. But that wouldn't be helpful for them either, in a sense, you know? I think you're probably doing more than enough, if I had to guess, just based off of the type of person it seems that you are, based off the messages you sent, you know? Yeah, I went through intensive therapy after a bad breakup that helped me organize my thoughts on life. And also, I was pretty anti-life. Whoa, crazy, okay? For a lot of life. Yeah. Yep. Relatable. So I'm like, I've lived this long, better make it worth it. You're like, damn, I've already invested 29 years into this life thing. I guess I'll keep going. It's pretty funny. That's like a funny way to look at it. I like that. I too feel like the good stuff is hard to take in. Interesting. Can you explain, Gopal? Can you explain why it feels hard to take in the good stuff? And I'll ask you the same question. Does that also mean for you that it's easy to take in the bad stuff? Yeah, that's another thing. Yeah, that's also kind of what I was getting at. Is your cup cannot constantly pour out without being poured into. Yeah, dude, I can tell KK went to therapy. I heard the same shit. Sometimes that means pouring into yourself and being kind, even in the bad moments. Yeah. You can't pour from an empty glass, is the... We love Dr. Knight, like Dr. K. I don't know if we're talking about the same person, but yeah. Yeah, you can't pour from an empty cup, right? So like if you're always giving and then your cup's empty and then it's like, well, now there's nothing left for you, right? And if you look at it this way too, the more you have in your cup, the more you can give to other people, right? So if your cup is full, you can afford to give a little bit. But if it's, you know, close to empty, you can't afford to give a lot. So one way I've kind of made it so that I can care for myself, I'm still working on this. This is really difficult. So it's hard for me to self-motivate for myself. Like I can't, the concept of loving myself is like crazy. And I kind of call bullshit on like people who say it, who are like, yeah, just love yourself, bro. It's like, no. And people are like, if you can't love others if you don't love yourself. That's also bullshit. It is so much easier for me to love someone else than it is for me to love myself. So much easier. And so what I've found is, if the way I am able to put love into myself is by externalizing my motivation for it. So I'll say, I'll do that. This is exactly what I do, is what KK's metaphor is, right? So I'll think of the cup. I'll think, I can't pour from an empty cup. So if I care for myself and I fill up my own cup, then I can care for other people more. And that's how I'm able to like love myself. It's crazy, like roundabout way of doing it, but I get there, you know? Oh, Dr. Knight is your therapist. Okay. There's another guy on I watch him on YouTube a lot. He's more of a YouTuber. His name is Dr. K. He's a famous psychiatrist that I like to watch his videos. Bro, I'm very pro fake it until you make it. I have gaslit myself into confidence. Hey, I've heard that works for people. It doesn't work for me personally, but if it works for you, awesome. Oh, huh, that's crazy. Wait, are you responding to me, or are you responding to the penguin fun facts? Yeah, it's hard to take in the good stuff for me because I feel like my achievements are more of an expectation because, like you, I was always good at everything as a kid. So I too felt like graduating high school wasn't a big deal. College, masters, even CPA were more of an expectation and not an achievement. Yeah. Makes a lot of sense. The bad is easier to take in because, okay, I see what you mean now. Okay, the bad is easier to take in because I'm used to it. The darkness, the constant feeling of walking around with a pit in my chest, the works. It's easier because it's familiar. That's true. That's true. I guess the question I would ask you is, do you feel like at this point, I'm responding to the last half of your message. Do you feel like at this point, the bad is easier because it's just what you know? It's like it's more comfortable. And so what's hard is not doing what's comfy, right? So being happy is not what you're used to. And maybe the happy things, you're scared of trying them and then still ending up like how you are now. Do you think that plays into it at all? And I guess for the first part of your message, like the first half, I feel like your achievements are expectation. Yeah, and you and I have kind of talked personally about expectation setting. But yeah, so I've realized that expectations hold a lot of power for me personally. And I actually kind of like use it manipulatively at work too. So like they can be used for good or they can be used for bad, Gopal, right? So like, for example, when I was working at this corporate job and I had to do all my own projects and like set my own timelines and whatever, I would always well, not always, I didn't start off this way. At some point I figured out that if my managers expect that something is going to take a month, and it takes me 2 weeks, they're going to think I'm working really hard. Because I'm going to get it done in 2 weeks, and I'm going to say, well, got it done in 2 weeks. They're going to be like, whoa, that's crazy, dude. You just got that done in 2 weeks? I was expecting a month. And you're like, yeah, I'm pretty epic that way. But it's because you just set the expectation that it's going to take you a month. But if you did what most people do and say, this is going to take me 2 weeks, and then you get it done in 2 weeks, same amount of time. Took you the same amount of time. But now your manager's like, nice, you're meeting expectations. Cool. You know? Or if you say it's going to take 2 weeks, but oh shit, some other stuff came up, and now it's going to take you a few more days, then they're going to think you're, you know, not working that hard. So I just started saying to my managers it's going to take me longer than what it actually would take me, or what I thought it might take me. And that was very helpful. But you can apply that like everywhere else, right? So like if you have low expectations, and I'm not saying to like make your expectations like abysmally low, but if you change your expectations, you can kind of change how you feel about things as a result. Also, there's an ad coming up in a minute. Sorry about that, guys. You can always use your primer, though. Always drop a primer if you like. To you about the YouTuber guy, you're an ad. That was so stupid, but I don't know why I found that so funny. To you about the YouTuber guy, I don't think faking it can work for everyone, but something that helps me is realizing that I'm not my own type. You're not your own type. Okay. So I think about how I'm viewed by the people who love me and embolden myself. I'm interested in what you mean by you're not your own type. What specifically do you mean by that? And so are you trying to say like you try to view yourself from an outside perspective? You try to say like, okay, well, this person thinks I'm awesome, so like maybe I am awesome. Oh my gosh, this reminds me of a conversation I had last night with somebody. Yesterday I was having a conversation with somebody, and I was saying, we were talking about voices, how like when you watch yourself back, how it's hard to watch yourself back because like you hear your voice and you're like, oh God, like this is how I sound. And a lot of people are like that. But there was this one girl who has like a really nice voice, right? And she was like, oh yeah, like I hate watching myself back. And I was like surprised to hear that, because so many people tell her like, oh, you have a nice voice, or like that she just sounds nice, you know? And so I was like kind of taken aback, and I was like, what the hell? Like everybody tells this girl she has a nice voice. And so I was like, I feel like what I was saying to her after we were talking about it for a while was, I feel like if other people told me all the time, hey man, or yeah, if someone told me all the time, like, hey man, you have like a really sick voice, like it's very cool, it's awesome, I would start thinking to myself like, maybe my voice is kind of sick, even if I listened to it before and was like, I don't like it, I don't like how my voice sounds. If other people kept saying it, that might get to my head a little bit. I might be like, oh shit, maybe I kind of be that boy, you know? Under promise and over deliver. Exactly. Fucking Dave, you're an ad. You're an ad. I think the bad things just tend to linger longer and feel bigger and heavier. That's true. I mean, that's science. We think more about the bad than the good. What's the stat for every one bad thing someone says to you in a relationship that's like a healthy one? Isn't it like 9 good things they have to say, or 4 good things? I don't remember what the ratio is, but we remember the bad more than the good, and we feel the bad moments more than, I mean, that's why like the media tries to play off of like fear so that more people read their fucking articles and shit. During the good moments, I feel like I am mostly present. But then the second those good moments are over, all the bad feelings and moments just start pouring back in. Yeah. The second those good moments are over, all the bad feelings and moments just start pouring back in. Yeah. It makes good moments hard to feel, right? Like, I'm sure you can relate to this, but when I'm in a really bad spot, like if I'm really depressed, and I'm trying, like back when I was trying to fake it till I make it, I would go out and I would be out with friends, right? And it would take a lot of energy to go out, right? Because I was really depressed. So I would be out with friends or something. And the whole time I would just be thinking to myself, like, I need to be having a good time. I should be having a good time right now. Why am I feeling so sad? Why am I depressed right now? And I would be in my head the whole time thinking about like how depressed I am and how I should be having a good time right now, but I'm not having a good time. And I should be faking it till I make it, but that, long story short, that's why it doesn't work for me. But yeah, I'll just be in my own head. And it makes those like good times, or like, you know, good times hard to be good times. Yeah. It's so true. It's so true. The bad things do linger longer. And I think when you are depressed, there's this book that I love. It's called The Downward Spiral. Or actually, it might be called The Upward Spiral. But anyways, the metaphor is that depression is like a downward spiral. And so once you are on the spiral, you don't stop until you reverse it. I really love that metaphor because for me, it's very true. Like when you put yourself on that path where you're going down, like down the spiral, you just keep going. And it's so easy to just stay on that track. Just keep on going down. You're just going with gravity. But to reverse it, you have to bring yourself to a stop, which is hard enough. Then you have to reverse it and work against gravity. Like you naturally want to go down because it's easier. It's just easier to be depressed, especially when you are a depressed person, right? It's easier to go down. It's so much harder to stop and reverse it and work your way back up. I feel like being happy is a lot harder than being sad, you know? Like visually and sometimes my personality, so I view myself through the lens of my friends or my boyfriend or my family, because like how I got all these people and not be at least kind of okay. True. Yeah, I mean, if you have a bunch of epic people in your life and the epic people are like, hey man, you're epic, you must be kind of epic. Similarly, if you think those people are epic, you know, they must be kind of epic too. So, facts. And I think that's something that works for some people, but like for the person that I was talking to yesterday, and it would work for me too, probably, I would guess. But for the person I was talking to yesterday, it doesn't work for them. They were like, yeah, I'd still, I still think my voice it doesn't sound cool. I always feel like there's a gap between who I am and who I should be. Yep, there's that word again, should, yep. And who I am, and even when I feel like I'm moving towards it, feels like the gap continues to widen. Okay, that's a separate problem too. So it's kind of like you're battling two things there. There's the gap, right? So you have the expectation of who you should be, quote unquote, and who you are right now. And even if you are working on it, instead of being like, there is this person I want to be who I'm working on becoming, and eventually I will be that person, instead you just make the goalpost farther, right? Hedonic treadmill style, baby. Yeah, that's a very real thing. Those are two separate things, though, that I want to point out. So I guess what I would say to you, Gopal, too, here is so if you remember last week, I don't remember how much of last week you were kind of here for. Last week we talked about the first bit of what you're saying, which is going in a direction, and the direction being the goal. So like, for example, Well, the other thing that we talked about too is goals and them being kind of bullshit, because goals have an endpoint. And so in your head, you're thinking, okay, this is the person I want to be, like that guy over there. And these are all the things he does. All the things that 10 out of 10 Gopal does. But that's an endpoint. And so the other problem you're having is that 10 out of 10 Gopal, he is here and then he just keeps going. Like he keeps evolving and getting harder to reach. So that's why I think goals are kind of bullshit, because the goal, I think, is the direction, that you're always moving in that direction. And maybe it can't be linear either, because like some days it's going to be going up, some days it's going to go down a little bit. But I think the important thing is that overall, your slope, do CPAs use slope? Your slope, your average slope is up, over time. I think that should be more of the goal. Because once you hit that 10 out of 10 Gopal, then you're going to find another 10 out of 10 Gopal. Your 10 out of 10 Gopal right now is going to find a 20 out of 10 once you're the 10 out of 10, So that'll just never stop if you keep thinking there's going to be an end to it. It has to be like you're going in a direction. And that's what matters, Totally get it. Living in your head is so hard and it eats at you. True. Me and my boyfriend talk about the negative feedback loop all the time because it's so easy to fall into. Yeah. He pulls me out often. That's awesome. I feel like it's so nice to have someone who is like, who is able to kind of be like, hey, idiot, like, get out of there. A lot of times when you're in that feedback loop too, you don't even recognize it. But it's easier for someone else to kind of see it in you and be like, oh shit, brother, this ain't you, I think happiness is something you have to be more intentional about. Yeah. Like you kind of have to work at it more because it's easy to stew. It's hard to let go. Yeah. Yeah, like a lot of times I feel like I can just sit there and be like, oh, woe is me. Like, oh man, life is hard. I have all these things I need to do, but I don't have the energy or motivation to do any of them. Oh man. And then I beat myself up because I feel like I should have the motivation and should have this, should have that. It's easy. It's just easier to do that than it is to figure out why you're like that and then reverse that process. Like figure out how to reverse that. And then actually do it after you figure it out. Yeah. What helped me with this is I'm not everything I want to be, but I am a lot of the things I wanted to be 2 years ago. And what a wonderful thing that is. Ooh, that is a nice one. That is a nice one. I like that. I don't think I've heard that one. I like that. This is a good conversation. Anyways, I'm going to pause really quick just to say if you're new and popping in, feel free to just, if you want to participate in the discussion, you can. You can jump in, tell me how your new year is going, how it feels now versus how you thought it would go just last week before it started. Or you can just listen, lurk, do whatever you want. I just appreciate you being here. All right. So yeah, we talked about a lot in between, but hope creates expectations. And expectations can be good or bad depending on how you use them. When you have an expectation of something, it can create anxiety and pressure. Like, another example, I mean, I could go on and on about examples of this, and I think I won't, because I'll probably just derail, but I feel like a lot of life is managing your own expectations. And so I've been trying to work on that and realizing that other people also have expectations of me, depending on the person and what our relationship is. And so it's nice to kind of set the expectations, and for both people in any relationship to be aware of what the expectations are so that you're both happy, you know? But yeah, a lot of kids that were successful when they were kids, they were highly capable as kids, right? And I was a highly capable child. And I feel like a lot of people, when they're highly capable as kids, our capabilities are not something that stay static throughout life. You know what I mean? So some people may be highly capable as kids, but then as they get older, their capability changes, right? A highly capable kid may not be a highly capable teenager or a highly capable adult or whatever, or like a highly capable senior even. And even as like an adult, your capability changes throughout time, right? So today maybe I'm feeling really capable, but tomorrow maybe I'm not that capable tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow I wake up and I'm sick. And a lot of times people don't adjust their expectations with that. So like if I plan for a week and I set my entire week to do certain things, and I get sick halfway through the week, a lot of times people don't adjust their expectations to be like, well, I'm sick, so I'm not going to be able to get as much stuff done, so I should manage my expectations and just say I'm not going to get as much stuff done. They still expect themselves to do things when they're sick. It's like your capability changes not just from your growth as a person and over time, but it changes like literally by the day, by the week, by the year. So some years are going to be bad years. Some weeks are going to be bad years. Some days are going to be bad days. I think I said some weeks are going to be bad years, but you know what I mean. So yeah, like you have to manage your expectations based on where you're at right now. And you have to be aware enough to realize where you're at. Like, whereas 2 years ago, I would have set my expectations and New Year's resolutions to do like 20 things that were massive things and no one person could do in a year. I would do that because I was identifying with this exceptionalism that I identified with as a kid, right? So I thought I was this amazing person. I could do extraordinary things, right? So I was saying, like, yes, I am that person still. And so I'm highly capable, and I'm capable of doing all these things in a year. Even though a normal person would not be capable of doing these things, I am capable of doing these things because when I was a kid, I colored perfectly inside the lines. Yeah, but that was not realistic for where I was. I was not that capable 2 years ago. And this year, too, I'm not extraordinarily capable. And so I'm meeting myself where I'm at. And so I feel like through being able to do that, I'll be much more successful with my goals, hopefully this year. And made them a lot more humble than previous years. Found it on Pinterest. It clicks with you. Yeah. Nice. I feel like I don't use Pinterest enough. I've tried using it in the past. I feel like it's for artsy, like very artsy people who are doing fun, crafty things all the time. I'm not where I want to be, but I'm not where I used to be. Very true. I have to be mindful of progress. True. That's a good thing to hear. I agree. I think it's part of that work towards happiness. Nice. A very capable kid, super smart, right ahead of my level, and was pretty responsible, but that girl was 8 and had a lot less to worry about in life. She would love to see me now, being all whimsy and full of life. Hell yeah. Yeah. I was the same as a kid. I was like reading way above the other kids, But that was also when like all we had to do was read. You know what I mean? Everyone can read now. You know? So it's like, you gotta meet yourself where you're at. And maybe at this point, like, you are a little bit more capable than other people, like the average person. And if you are, great. You can set your expectations accordingly. I think the important thing is being aware. It's being aware of what your capability is, which is not easy to do. Because you want to believe that you're more capable than the average person, right? But in reality, a lot of times you're not. Like this year for me, like, if I'm being honest with myself, most days are pretty slow. Like, I don't do that much in a day. So if I'm going to go into the new year saying new year, new me, and expect myself to wake up the next day at 5 a.m., go to the gym, meal prep, go on Tinder, be social, like, go on dates, do all these different things, it's kind of unrealistic. You know? What is more realistic is saying, okay, well, there's all these different things I want. Which one's the most important? And maybe I'll work on one thing or like two things. And if I do those two things next year, am I going to be happy with that year? The answer is yes. Then I think you just stop. I think that's all you do. And if you feel like you can do more, like a few months into the year and you've been doing those two things consistently, then hell yeah. Maybe add another thing. Good on you. But if you haven't done those one or two things, stop, you know? Stop for a second, be like, hey, I'm not doing my two things, and then adjust your expectations again. I think capability is different per person, right? It is. What is an easy task to one is monumental chore to another. Exactly. Yep. Being kind to yourself and understanding limits is important. Right. Right. Like you could, for example, yeah, you're so right, KK. Like, for some people, like going out and socializing, so easy. Like for extroverts, that recharges their batteries, right? But for an introvert, that would drain your battery, you know, and that, like a lot, you know, and it's really difficult. And so it just depends. It depends on the person. So true, KK. But yeah, that was just kind of my feelings for New Year's this year. I was kind of feeling all these negative things. And the reason I was feeling these negative things, I realized, was because the year before, I had set up these expectations of myself to be this extraordinary person. And then to look at these other people doing sometimes extraordinary things that I wanted to do, I would beat myself up. I'd be like, oh man, like, I should have done that, or I could have done that, or whatever. So yeah, that's kind of what this conversation was about, was those negative feelings, despite knowing what the good feelings are supposed to feel like and how I'm supposed to be doing, like the goals, those negative emotions still come up and bit me in the ass, you know? Heading to bed now, boo. Love you. Hey, love you too, Dave. Have a good night. Sleep well. Tell Danny hello for me. Hope she has a good night as well. Big kiss for you. Mwah. Big kiss. Mwah. But yeah. Like when you went to, whoa, to my goals, well, that seems very reasonable to me. But to you, that was a lot. Exactly. Yeah. Reminder to everyone, you are enough as is. True. Yeah. Made a lot more sense when you explained, like, kind of how you're looking at it too, you know? Oh, trust me, I'll go tell her hello. You dog, you. But yeah, so this year, hopefully this time next year when I'm reflecting, I'll be like, damn, I kind of did what I set out to do. But even if I didn't, I probably won't beat myself up for it, because I'll be mindful of where I'm at with everything. All right. How did we feel about today's stream, guys? Did we like the music? Did we like the vibe of the stream? Kind of curious. I kind of like the music. Before I would play like, you know, my playlists and whatever. But I kind of like having just like a nice little piano in the background. Makes me feel a little more at ease. Okay, let's do the giveaway. Also, before, I should have mentioned this earlier. Well, I posted in Discord, so if someone did it, I'll add the points now. But if they didn't, get wrecked. Okay, so giveaway, let's do it. Let's do the giveaway. I have everyone's name on a spinny wheel with the number of times. You'll see. You'll see. It'll be easier to explain when I have it up. All right. Giveaway time, baby. Let's do this. All right. This is the wheel. I'm gonna move my camera a little bit. Let's move me like here. Just love that it says mischievous betch under my cam right now. People are gonna come in and be like, "Are you mischievous betch?" And I'll be like, "Yes, it's me." It says real nice. I enjoy this kind of convo. Yeah. Yeah, okay, good. That's good to hear, KK. I feel like this is good. I feel like you have really good input, KK. I like having you in here for these kinds of conversations too. You have great input. Oh, nice. Mischievous Betch got in here. The right second. You are Dale? Oh, am I? Shit. Mischievous bitch. Also, I keep saying mischievous instead of, I don't know if you hear that. I keep saying mischievous instead of mischievous betch because I keep, it's like a tongue twister. It's like mischievous betch. Mischievous betch. It actually is a tongue twister. Try saying mischievous betch 10 times fast. It's not just me. It's not just me, all right? All right. Let me also, you know what? I'm gonna plug myself. I'm gonna plug myself while I can. While I got you on the hook here, mischievous betch. If you join the Discord, you get another entry. It's so easy. You just click on that link I just put in there. Mischievous betch. Did anyone else get extra entries today? Didn't someone else come in here and like follow? I think Nia. Wait, Nia came in. Did Nia sub today? Let me see. Wait, did Marky also? I'm just gonna put Marky in. I think Marky. I'm pretty sure Marky came in. Marky also subbed, so he gets 2 more. I should have just copy pasted this, but it is what it is. How does Uber have so many votes? Look at the rules. I'll pull up the rules in a second. All right. These are the rules. I'll zoom in so you guys can see. There was a bunch of ways to get in. So you get a bonus entry for joining the Discord server. You get a bonus entry for being an active Twitch chatter over the course of like the month, right? And this one's just like up to my discretion. You get 2 bonus entries if you're a subscriber, like off rip. 3 for being a Patreon member, like any paid tier. And then if you're a Tree member, you get 5 instead of the 3. And then you also get 5 bonus entries by participating in any of the MentiB challenges or experiments. And so Uber Cork has been on those. So he did the first one, the second one. I don't know if he's doing the... Oh my god, I just realized Cork is not here again today. That's so weird. But And I don't know if he's doing the community challenge this month, but the community challenge, if you're doing that this month, you got 5 extras as well. So that's how he got in there a shitload of times. Oops, I have a equals on that one. Okay, let me make sure. I want to, did Josh enter? I don't remember if Josh entered. I can pull up who entered real quick. I'll just do that, just so I don't miss anyone. Just so I don't miss anyone. Okay. Josh did enter. Okay, Josh entered. Only Joshing. And this time I'll just copy paste it. I accidentally entered. I won't put myself in. Okay, in Mischievous Betch. All right. Mischievous Betch, she did. She joined the Discord. Gotcha. Scammed. Fucking scammed. Now you're stuck. You can never leave. All right, I think I have everyone. I think we got everyone. I think that's all the entries we have. I'm going to double check one more time. Oh, Marky didn't enter. I'm going to leave him in, though. Because he did come in, he did sub. Didn't someone else sub? I swear someone else subbed. Let me make sure someone else didn't sub. Marky. It's not showing me who subbed today. This is so strange. Oh well. You did one? Oh yeah, you did do one. You're so right. I just now remembered that. So you get 5 more. I'll just copy. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I forgot you were there on that one time. That one stream we did where we did the activity. Big. All right, I think this is the list. All right. Yeah, Uber has like a 23% chance, I think. Something like that. Actually, it's probably more like 20 now. All right, are we ready? Drum roll. Do I have a drum roll sound? Let's find out. I don't. So I'm gonna do this one.
Nice car.
All right.
Perfect.
Oh, it's gonna be Appy. Let's W Appy. Yay, Appy. Appy got it. Oh, I'm glad it went to Appy. I'm glad it went to Appy. Wait, Maze was in it too. I feel like I have to do it over. You know what? I'm gonna do it over. Maze was in it, and that's like who I wanted it to go to. Get back to Appy. Sorry. He's not here. It's okay. Maze was in it, and Maze subbed. Fuck, that was the person I missed. I feel bad for doing this. Maybe I'll just give both of them. I'll probably just give it to both. Get wrecked, Appy. No, I'll give it to both of them. Okay. Now I'm really gonna double check because I don't want to miss anyone again. All right. Let me see. We have Prime. Yeah, Maze was the one I missed. Fuck. Okay. All right. One more time. Uno mas. Oh shit! Oh, it was almost you, Gopal. You were this close. All right, so Pumpkin. We'll give one to Pumpkin too. Hell yeah. Damn, I was really hoping it would be Maze, but hey. The wheel doesn't lie. Lost by a leg. Let's go, Pumpkin. Nice. I'm glad it didn't go to one of the like random people who came in here and just like followed and then left immediately. So there is definitely some of those on the list. Not many, but there was probably like 3. Hell yeah. Big W. Appy and Pumpkin. Huge. All right. Let's see. Huge, huge, huge. All right. Do we have anything else that we have to talk about? Yes, we do. Just a couple things to wrap up. Couple of things just to close things out here. Oops. Couple of things to close things out. All right. So first, want to thank everyone that came in today. We had some new followers today, which was pretty epic. Follow from Mischievous Betch. So glad to have you here. So that it says Mischievous Betch under. Again, I said mischievous. So it says Mischievous Betch underneath my name. Also, get scammed. You're in the Discord now. Laugh and Storm, that's Nick. Thanks for follows, Nick. And Mischievous Betch. Marky, thank you for the primer for the sub. Dr. Diggity Dank, appreciate the follow as well. Maze Lover, thank you for coming in and subbing. That was so nice. On her birthday, too. She subbed to me. Given to me on her birthday. And then Josh for the sub as well. That silly accent getting you. All right. Yeah, thanks for the subs, everyone. Thanks for coming in, guys. Thanks, KK, Gopal, Mischievous Betch, for the great conversation. Dave, thanks for coming in. I know you're not in right now, but thanks for being here, everybody. Anyone who's just kind of lurking in the background, I know David's usually lurking in the background as well. Appreciate everyone who came in today. So nice seeing Nia as well. Some of the old peeps that came in. Some of the old peeps, Nia, Josh, Marky. Crazy to see like everyone kind of popped in right at the beginning there. It's nice seeing the gang all here. Great stream today. I feel like it was a good conversation. I like doing the piano. I had a nicer vibe to this stream than I feel like the other ones have. I can say that I have a silly accent. It's been so long since I've heard you talk, KK, like IRL, that I feel like I don't even remember what you sound like. That's how long it's been. We have to play DBD one of these days. Just for funsies or, I don't know, something. Maybe if we hit our community goal for the challenge, we can do the game night anyways. I love that my name brings people giggles when they first read it. I do too. I feel like it's so nice when I have someone who comes in who has like a funny name that like their name alone gives good conversation. Yours is one of those. It's awesome. I have a pretty silly accent too. Sure, go Paul, sure. OMG, a resurgence of the duo? Resurgence, that's a DBD perk. 70% health off hook. Not that I would know, but not that I would be a nerd and know that. All right, guys. So a couple of things that I forgot to mention earlier about this stream. The Mentee Bee newsletter came out on Patreon. Let me see if my commands work. I tried to set them up earlier. Let's see if this works. Oh my God. King Op 609. Thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate you coming in. If you're just lurking or whatever. It's a pleasure to have you in here. This stream is all about mental health. We talk about a specific mental health topic every Monday. And on Saturdays, we just kind of hang out and chill, play games. But on Mondays, we talk about mental health and what's going on. If you want, you can just keep lurking in the background, or if you like, you can participate in chat, whatever you want. I'm just happy you're here. But that's our question of the day. We have a question of the day every day, but just asking about your new year. Is it how you expected it to be now that it started, or is it different than how you pictured it? Yo, broski, how's the stream going today? It's going awesome. We just did a giveaway. You barely missed it, unfortunately. I'm sorry to let you know. If that's what you're here for, I'm so sorry. But yeah, we just did a giveaway, had a couple winners. We talked about New Year's. How was your holidays? It was great. It was great. I had a great holiday. Set some goals for myself. What? Yo, thank you, KK, for the gift sub to Mischievous Betch. Appreciate you doing the gift subber. But yeah, I had a great holiday. How was yours? I set some goals for myself. I had a New Year's resolution. Did you end up giving yourself a New Year's resolution, or are you just kind of one of those people that goes through and is like, hey, it's another year, baby? Thank you, KK, for the gift sub to Mischievous Betch. That's so nice of you. So nice of you. And we hit our sub goal too with that. Crazy. You just go with the flow. Hell yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome. What'd you do for the holidays? Anything fun? Anything? Did you eat anything good? That's my favorite part of the holidays. My favorite part of the holidays? Hot bevs and good food. I love me a hot cocoa, a little hot tea. Get my little tootsies all warm by the fire, you know what I'm saying? That's my idea of a good holiday. I may have noticed that. Ah, is that why? Well, I thank you for helping me hit that. Um, I was not expecting to hit that. That's freaking sweet. I didn't even realize we were close. I guess because we had the few subs from earlier. Jeez. Oh wow. Okay. I kind of lost track of what we were talking about now. Oh yeah. So the Menti B newsletter is free. I post that every Sunday. Um, usually like in the morning. I try to do it in the morning, but it's on Patreon. If you're a free member, Patreon is the best way to support me. But if the Menti B newsletter I post for free every week, I post other things for other members, just depending on how involved you want to be with the community and mental health and what I'm doing in terms of mental health and the experiments that we do. But also, the experiment that we're doing is the community challenge this month. So basically, you just pick a habit and you let us know. Did you do your habit today or this week, or what is your habit? Super easy to get involved. Super easy. It's in the Discord if you're interested. It's just like an accountability thing. You don't have to do it. You don't have to do your thing for it to count. You can even say like, "Hey, I didn't do my habit today," and that counts towards our goal. Gives us points for the goal. So that's going on in the Discord right now. Don't forget about that. I'm also going to be posting more on social media. In like roughly 1 to 2 weeks, I plan to start uploading like 3 videos per week, like TikTok short form videos, you know. So I did make a, like, if you guys know what Linktree is, I made something very similar to that. And I'll post that right now. You guys want to look at it. A lot of you are probably already following, so not a big deal, but it just has like all of my socials and the Patreon and that kind of stuff. All right. So I'm gonna throw up the ending screen real quick here. And I'm going to look and see if there's someone we can raid today. I also always forget that I have a raid command. And we can use that as a copy paste. I always forget that I have that. It'll be a lot easier once I have emotes. But for now, that's what we got. All right, let me see if I can find someone else who I know who is on. I don't think I see anyone. If not, we'll try and just find a random person. Let's look at the mental health category, see if we can find someone who's live right now. Someone who's doing mental health stuff. Mental health. Oh, look, this person's doing a mental health check Monday. Let's do this person. Let's raid. Their name is Baby Jelly 95. What a name. Let's raid Baby Jelly 95. Baby Jelly. Gotta type it in. All right, we're gonna raid Baby Jelly 95, guys. Appreciate those of you that stick around for the raid. You can copy and paste the message I have in there. Thanks again, everyone who came in, was lurking, everyone who participated in chat. Appreciate you guys. Again, appreciate everyone who is on the Patreon too, whether you're a free member or otherwise. Helps me keep going with the stream. So, all right, guys. I'll see you guys on Saturday. Be nice to the new person. Bye, 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 bye.